Good afternoon, everyone. It's Sal Post. How you're doing? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another episode of Chatterbox. I hope everyone is doing great and everyone's having a fantastic Friday afternoon or morning or evening, wherever you're from, wherever you are, whatever time it is. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you can hear me loud and clearly. Hope everyone is doing great and looking forward to the big match tomorrow. Of course, it is Manchester United against Southampton. Am I a little bit high? Wait, there we go. Much more better. You can see my full quiff of my hair. You know, you have to fit in the quiff of the hair. You know, you can't have the hair cut off. You know what I mean? It's bad luck and all that. But big up, everyone. Great to see you. Happy Friday. Hope everyone's had a fantastic week. It has been a crazy week again in the world of Manchester United. Of course, stories after stories, fabrication after fabrication. It's been bad, hasn't it, at the end of the day? We had stories about Rashford's mum. We had stories about Casemiro. We had stories about, goodness me, Ten Hag and Cristiano Ronaldo. You know, it's been absolutely crazy, hasn't it, at the end of the day, in regards to Manchester United. Guys, thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new. And please smash a like on the video, guys. And great to have you on board. Great to have you on board. Now, let's quickly start this. Now, Rabiot has been touted as signing for Man United. It's still open. This transfer of Rabiot to Man United rumbles on. Now, is this a blessing in disguise, or is this some sort of media cover again, media fabricated stuff again? At the end of the day, Rabiot still doesn't have a club. And, of course, a player like Rabiot needs a club, of course. I mean, we can't have a player like Rabiot on a free transfer all this time, can we? So at the end of the day, you know, Rabiot is a good player. I mean, would you want him at Manchester United? Would you want a player like Rabiot? Do you think he's needed at Manchester United? Let me know, guys. How do you feel about that transfer? It's looking like it's a match made in heaven in regards to Rabiot and Manchester United at the end of the day. Them two look like they're flirting with each other, and it's just not quite happening at the moment. But it looks like it's coming to the fore now. It looks like it's going to happen. I don't know about you, but I've got this feeling that this transfer will happen, guys. Now, if I talk about Rabiot, of course, I'm going to go delve into Rabiot. This story here, I found it very, very interesting. I'm going to read it out to you guys. I found it very, very interesting. And I just want to know your opinions on this story. Let me just get this story up. Guys. 1 second. There we go. Nicely does it. Now, in this story, it talks about Rabiot and the reason why he was signed for Man United. And here we are. Look, here we go. Look. In regards to Rabiot signing for Manchester United are still able to sign Adrian Rabiot on a free transfer and wouldn't have to wait until January to register him due to a little-known loophole, including striker Rasmus Højlund, who, thanks to his age, doesn't need to be registered as a non-homegrown player, which means Man United can afford to bring in someone like Rabiot because he won't be classed as because Rasmus is classed as a homegrown player because of his age. And that's good. At the end of the day, that means that we can fit in Rabiot, we can sign Rabiot, and there is a door open for Rabiot to sign for Man United, and there will be no stipulations, of course. If I read it on further, what could facilitate Rabiot's move to Greater Manchester is that footballers who are under the age of 21 do not need to be registered as part of the senior team and can therefore free up space for further additions, per Talk Sport, of course. Therefore, the likes of Højlund, already 21, does not take up the NHG spot in the squad, allowing free agents such as Rabiot to join the squad. Alejandro Garnacho, one of the best teenage players in English top tier, can also free up space thanks to his tender age. As things stand, there are a maximum of 17 spots out of 25 for NHG allowed. And Ten Hag's side currently boasts the exact amount with the likes of Joshua Zirkzee, Matthijs de Ligt and Bruno Fernandes at the Dutchman's disposal. So this is very interesting, to be honest. Reading through this, which means that Manchester United can sign Rabiot, because this was obviously some people's stumbling block in regards to the NHG. Of course, not many people have heard of the NHG. This is just explaining to them in regards to the homegrown quota. So we do have one space left in this squad. And could that space be occupied by Rabiot? How do you feel about that? And in regards to Rabiot, let's think about Rabiot as a footballer. Rabiot as a footballer is a very experienced player, of course, very cultured in regards to where he's been. He's played in a number of countries. If we go through him in an outlook, if we look at it from the bird's eye view in regards to things, Rabiot, of course, is 29 years old, from France, so central midfielder. He's played 318 appearances, 40 assists and 25 goals from central midfield. That is from central midfield alone. So that means he can play at number 8 or he can play at number 6. But he's also had only 76 appearances as a defensive midfielder. So that means he's more like a number 8. So it is really a good signing for us, because it will be great to give a cover for Mainu. We do need cover for Kobe. Absolutely. We're burning him to the ground. So signing Rabiot won't be that bad, to be fair. It won't be that bad. He's actually played 19 appearances for on left midfield as well. So also very, very versatile. Can play as a left back, probably a left wing back. He can play there. So that is good in regards to Rabiot, guys. He's played for Paris Saint-Germain, Juventus, and Toulouse in France. He's had 227 appearances for PSG, 24 assists and 14 goals. Juventus, 212, 22 assists and 15 goals. So to be honest with you, the guy's got a very, very capable record. When you're looking at it like that, it looks like he's very proactive as well as being defensive. He's very proactive as well. So, I mean, it's looking quite good. And he obviously has a number of trophies at his disposal. When we look at his record in all competitions, you look at League One, obviously. You look at the French League, it's 163, 14 assists, 12 goals, 157, 18 assists, 11 goals. Champions League, 60 appearances, 7 assists, and 4 goals. If you look at it, 452 appearances, 47 goals. It's not too bad when you're looking at it from that perspective. So in my opinion, I think this will be a very, very capable signing. I think it would be a wise signing to bring someone of his experience into the squad. Because of Kobe Mainoo's age, it'd be great to have cover for Kobe Mainoo, of course, guys. So when we look at that, how do you feel about bringing Rabiot in? It does look like that that is happening, doesn't it? Let me just read through some of your comments. Big up, Sal. Big up the chat box. Big up, Stephanie. Thank you so much for joining me again. Big up the chat box in there. Good afternoon, Stephanie, Sal. Everyone else, thank you so much, Sanjay. Hope you're doing well, my friend. His mum is pushing for the deal. Absolutely, mum is pushing for the deal. We've been talking a lot about mums today and yesterday in regards to Marcus Rashford, of course, if we all know. If you know, you know, of course, guys. If you know, you know, of course. So it's very interesting when you read through it, when you understand the situation in regards to Rabiot. It's a free transfer, let's not forget, but the wages could be a stumbling block, of course. His wages, we're on a new obviously structure now. We're on a new Manchester United in regards to who we're owned by. We are not taking any prisoners in regards to wages now. Wages are obviously a big issue. We're not going to be paying anyone $300,000 a week. We're not going to be paying this astronomical wages to players at the end of the day. We've changed it in regards to that. Sniper Man, big up Sniper Man. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. His mum is pushing for the deal, United. Do you know what? At this stage of the transfer, the City had just increased their fan count to 130. Yes, I'm going to read into that. The actual number that Manchester City were charged with is not 115. It is 130 charges. Now, if they actually got away with this, that would be an absolute criminal move from the FA. And if they did get away with this, as I was saying earlier on, why do we follow rules in the first place? If the rules could be manipulated, then what's the point of following those rules? As I said, Manchester City have 130 charges on their name. They're going to court on Monday. This is the last chance for Man City to clear their name. And this is the last chance for English football to prove that they are serious. Because at the end of the day, if Manchester City get away with 130 charges, then you know what? What's the point of having rules at the end of the day? We might as well all break FFP because other teams have broken it. So why can't we? At the end of the day, it's very easy to start fining and deducting points from Nottingham Forest and Everton and Leicester City. It's very easy to do that, isn't it? But when it comes to punishing a team that deserves to be punished, just because they give to the economy, just because they give to the Premier League financially, they're not going to punish them. At the end of the day, 130 charges, even if 10% of those charges were proven guilty, that's enough to relegate them down to League Two at the end of the day. If you're deducting Everton 10 points for one charge, what are you going to deduct Man City for 10 charges, let alone 130 charges? Guys, come on. They need to be put to the sword. These guys need to shut them down at the end of the day. They will pay and get out of it a charge. Absolutely. You know what, Sniper Man, if they do that, there's going to be uproar. They will be taken to court from the Premier League. Other teams, I'm hearing, will take them to court as well. They're not going to get away with this lightly. They're definitely not going to get away with this lightly. Manchester United, of course, will take them to court. Other teams will take them to court. Because at the end of the day, if you think about it, they took 2 titles from us. Regardless what you think about it, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Jose Mourinho came second. So Manchester City took 2 titles from us. So it should be really 22 times Man United, not 20 times Man United. It should be 22 times Man United, of course, guys. That's my thing. Sal, rabbits never scare anymore. Rabbits never scare. No, not at all. I'm going to go into that, my friend. Afternoon, Sal. Good afternoon, Brian. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. Sal, football be the same if City are punished. If City are punished, people will have to tread very, very carefully at the end of the day. But one thing I said on one of the earlier shows is that if Manchester City left the league, we wouldn't miss them. If Manchester United left the league, the whole league will miss them. In fact, the whole economy will miss Man United. Even if we were in the National League, people will talk about Manchester United. We are the talk of the day. Even if there's no news, there's no football, they're fabricating stories, making up stories. For goodness sake, yesterday we were talking about Rashford giving him money to his mum. What's wrong with giving money to your mum? At the end of the day, oh, Rashford earns money to give to his mum. What is wrong with why? So what? Don't you give money to your mum? Is there something wrong with that? It's crazy, isn't it? With regards to the gender against our football club, and we have to stand up against that. But in regards to Manchester City, you know what? It's looking very, very treacherous for them. I don't know why they're getting so confident. Do you know what? Celebrating Manchester City like they are the best team of all time is absolutely crazy when they are under these charges at the end of the day. I wouldn't be so confident if I was Manchester City fan. I would not. At the end of the day, I think something is happening with this. I do. I actually think that something is brewing in regards to Manchester City, and they could be charged. I've got a feeling, guys. Big up, Brian. I've always said that City didn't stop at 115. You know what? It could be 215 at the end of the day. 2115. 2115 at the end of the day. It could be more than that. Where's they say 1130? You know, it was up to Twitter. I only found out it was 130 because Twitter done a correction on one of the tweets. There's no sound. Can you hear me, mate? Can you hear me? Guys, let me know if you can hear me. So I fear football. I think everyone can hear me. Can you hear me, mate? Let me know, guys, if you can hear me. If everyone can hear me, that's absolutely great. If you can hear me, guys, that would be great. If you can't hear me, let me know, guys. Thank you so much. There's no sound. There is sound. There is sound, guys. I think there is sound. I think you can hear me, guys. I think so. Hopefully. People are responding to me. Big up, by the way. All okay. Thank you, Brian. Big up, Brian, for the confirmation. Thank you. Stretford Gamer TV. Big up. Sal, I fear football would get into a mess situation. Football is going to get a mess because at the end of the day, Man City are going to appeal this. We know that. But as it said, this is the last chance. There's no more room for error now. They can't appeal, apparently. Apparently, this is it. This is the end of it, you know, and this has to be signed, still delivered, guys. Absolutely. Jim, I've just walked in the building, crossed over the Mark stream. Lol, Sal is the legend. Big up, Jim. Big up, Mark. Absolutely. Big up yourself. Big up everyone who's on the stream today. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Thank you so much, you guys. Absolute legends for joining me today. Thank you. Thank you, Jim. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Brian, always okay. Thank you, Brian. Yeah, thank you, my guy. Thank you. Sal, Brian, Darko, Sanjay, Snipes. Afternoon, guys. Sal, looking forward to your match. Watch tomorrow, my friend. Hope it's all better. Good up. Big up, Grayo. How you feeling this Saturday? How was work, my friend? I hope work was okay. Hope everything is doing well with you. Hope you're relaxing now and your hip is doing fine, my friend. Hips don't lie, as they say. As Shakira once said, your hips don't lie, mate. So listen to your hips. If your hips are creaking, do you know what I mean? You have to really rest, to be honest with you, because my hips do creak sometimes and we have to look after ourselves, of course. Hope you're doing well, mate. Thank you so much. Looking forward to the game tomorrow. And hopefully, Grayo, it's a much more positive outcome in that game. And we are actually happy for a change. You know what I mean? We deserve it. Sound is fine. Thank you, Grayo. Thank you, mate. Thank you. What's going on, Stretford Gamer TV? Why are you saying my sound isn't working? I've been talking all this time, to be honest, to be fair. At the end of the day, big up. Afternoon, Sir Grayo. Big up, Brian. Big up everyone in the chat. Hi, Grayo. Hope everything okay. Big up, Sanjay. Of course, Grayo. All of the legends in the chat, of course, guys. Absolutely. The chatterboxes are in the house, absolutely tearing it down. So let's take it back in regards to Rabiot. You know what? If it's between Rabiot and nobody, why wouldn't you bring him in? I think I would just bring him in, to be honest with you. You know, obviously the wages is a problem. One thing I would do, I wouldn't give him a long contract. It depends what he's going to be happy with at the end of the day, because we can give him wages, but we can't give him a long contract because he's 29 years old, going on 30. We cannot be giving players a long contract now. You know, we've changed from those days of the long contracts and stuff like that. So I feel like we have to really change that, and we have to give him like a 1 or 2 year contract, and that's it. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to build a team for the future. We do have Collier in there. We want to give Collier a chance this season. And we don't want those young players to stagnate because we have a great conveyor belt of young players in our squad. Although Rabiot is a very, very good player, as I was reading out his stats earlier on. Let me just see if the internet is working. It's coming back. Is it coming back? As he said with his stats earlier on, his stats are pretty good. Even on an attacking level, his stats are pretty good, guys. So I don't know. I mean, I'm conflicted with this, to be honest with you. Because I'm very excited to see Collier given a chance. I'm very excited about that. I don't want Collier's development to be hampered if Rabiot comes in, of course, Rabiot being 30 years old, guys. So I don't want his development to be hampered, if I'm being honest with you. I don't know how you feel about that, guys. I'm very conflicted about it. I'm thinking about it, you know, and I'm starting to go second guess it. Do you know what I mean? Even though his record has been very, very good this last 10, 15 years, he's been a decent player over the years, hasn't he? Grayo, big up here. Greetings to you. Hope you're having a lovely day. Big up, Grayo. Absolutely deserves everything, guys. Absolutely, Grayo. Salute, respect, sir. Big up, Grayo. Legend in the chat. The moderator, of course. I got to confirm in as a moderator this week. Absolutely, I got to sort that out. Brian, for greetings to you, both of you. Welcome. Absolutely. At Sal, work was okay and had the weekend off. Back in the studio tonight for the first time in 17 years. Can't wait to write and create new music, mate. Absolutely, feel inspired. Feel the music and just feel it when you're in the studio. At the end of the day, when you're making songs, you just feel the vibe. At the end of the day, feel it, and you're gonna get that hit. Trust me, you're gonna find a hit in that studio tonight. You will get that hit tonight, and we're going to hear a lot more about you in the next few months, my guy. Absolutely. It'd be great to see you live one day. I would love to see you live and see your band. That'd be fantastic, of course. Good afternoon, Shah. How you all doing? I hope you're doing well, mate. Welcome back to the stream. Good to see you. I've been a predictor about United and Liverpool for weeks. They screw United. You remember or not that now the same thing will happen again with Southampton. I never heard of Southampton, Shah, but don't worry. Southampton is a different kettle of fish. Team is fitter. Players are coming back. Ugate's in the door. We are going to smash Southampton, my friend Shah. We are definitely going to smash Southampton. Liverpool was different. Third game of the season. Look, you know what? No one is ready. At the end of the day, Southampton is the big game for us. Southampton is the one we should be winning. And we will go on a big run of 7 games, my friend. And believe it. And remember where you heard these words. You will see it. At the end of the day, it's easy to say we're going to lose against Liverpool. Liverpool, a fantastic side, of course. Do you know what I mean? And they're more developed. Their team has been together longer. Of course, Klopp left Arne Slot a team that he can just slot himself in, of course, guys. So at the end of the day, look, Southampton is a different animal in regards to a pussycat compared to Manchester United, of course. Big up, guys. Big up, Grayo, of course. Big up yourself. Big up, Brian. All you guys. Sal, I'm a huge music lover addict to great music. Absolutely, Jim. I'm a music guy, of course. 20 years in music, of course. I've seen a lot in regards to music. Hope you checked out some of my music online on YouTube. It's all on YouTube, all the videos and stuff. I directed, edited all the videos. And yeah, I'm in the videos, a lot of those videos, of course, guys. I'm in a lot of those videos. They're all copyrighted, so I can't play them on here for you guys to do that. Otherwise, I have to go through the headache and stuff of copywriting them and getting a disclaimer and stuff like that. Goodness me, it's madness, isn't it? When I just play a song, for goodness sake. Grayo making music and Sal singing duo Made in Heaven. Absolutely. I don't sing. My brother's a rapper. I don't sing. At the end of the day, I just write. I'm a ghostwriter at the end of the day. I can't say too much on here, but I disclaimed and all that in regards to ghostwriting and stuff. I've done a lot of work in regards to that. But my brother is the rapper. He's been in the charts. He's done a lot of things. He's got millions of views across the net. He's very, very big. 100% true. We have youngsters nearly primed for first team. Rabiot as a gap filler for the season is massive. Absolutely, G-Tribe. How you doing, G-Tribe? Good to see you back on the stream, my friend. That is a good point. At the end of the day, it would be a good stopgap. And to be honest with you, if we bring in someone like a Rabiot, he would actually help these youngsters because obviously he can teach these youngsters in regards to midfield play. Of course, a player like Collier, it would do him wonders to work alongside someone like Rabiot. Of course, Rabiot is a World Cup winner. He's no mug at the end of the day. So we have to remember that. But the one thing we can't do is give them these huge contracts that are 5 years and 350 grand a week, whatnot, 500,000, whatever it is, because it's a free transfer. We have to be careful in regards to giving these players this amount of money, of course, guys. I am Christian. I listen to gospel music, Greek, Indian, Pakistan, rock, reggae, jazz, blues. Your name, I got it more than 2,000 songs on my own. Big up, Jim. I'm a music man myself. I listen to all types of music, whether it's rock, whether it's pop, whether it's anything that sounds good. To me, absolutely. I can go, my playlist can be absolutely so mixed, you wouldn't even believe it. I can go to the most cheesiest pop song to the hardest rock song in the matter of 3 songs. To goodness me, it'd be like 1 minute I'd be talking about lovey, fluffy things, and the next minute I'd be talking about rock and roll and Slipknot and things like that. And that's the way I am in regards to my music taste. I'm just crazy when it comes to music at the end of the day. And that's where my music taste come from. I come from a musical family. My great-grandmother is an OBE from the Queen. So Jessie Matthews is my great-grandmother. So I come from that distant a long time ago in regards to that. Because she was an actress as well. Hasn't Rabiot got a disciplinary issue? Yeah, he does. But do you know what I would say, Darkro? Do you know what? Every single player has their problems, We brought in Eric Cantona. He had 100,000 problems, baggage alongside him when we brought him in. You know what? Every player has their problem, whether they're injury problems, whether they're personality problems, whether they like the club in life, whether they're aggressive, whether they're the troublemakers at the end of the day. One thing we can say is that Didier Deschamps, he plays Rabiot in that French team every single game, more or less. And why does he do that? He obviously believes in him. I think he's a good player, and I think that we should give him a chance. I do actually believe it. I think it's a match made in heaven, to be honest. But at the same time, as I said earlier in the show, we cannot hamper that. It shouldn't come at the cost of Collier and players like that, because we do need to develop our young players. Bollywood numbers are great. Some of them, back in the old days, the Bollywood numbers were great. I'm not sure about these days, but the Bollywood numbers back in the day were great, but not the recent ones, in my opinion. I don't listen too much to Bollywood music, to be honest with you. I don't think it's a representation of what India is and stuff like that. But big up, Jim. Wow. Big up, me too. Big up, Jim. Absolutely, mate. That's how it should be at the end of the day. Absolutely. I like classic rock music. I love all the Bon Jovis, of course. I love all of that stuff. At the end of the day, yeah, I do. I love The Journey. I love a lot of music, of course. What's it called? I've forgotten what the band's called now. It made me forget, guys. Big up anyway. Good afternoon, Mr. Sal. Hope you're good. The best in the business, the podcast. Thank you, Gloria Chiti. I do try. Thank you so much, guys. As long as you can hear me good, that's all that matters at the end of the day. And guys, don't forget to check out my team on your left, on my right. Is it? I put my hand up and I'll move it this way. It's this way. In regards to my team, check it out. What do you think about it? You know what I mean? And let me know what you think about it. That's the team I would pick for the weekend. Of course, if you didn't see it this morning, I left it up there for you guys to see. The team that I would pick, of course. If you can't see it, I'm going to enlarge it in a bit. Darker, hello to you, my brother. How you doing? Love Bollywood and Pakistani music. I know a lot of the artists. Absolutely, Jim. I love your multiculturalism. I love who you are. That is very good, man. It's rare you see that kind of flexibility in regards to music taste, of course. Sal, who was the best disciplined player both on and off the pitch, according to you? Ryan Giggs, my friend, played to 41 years old, used to do yoga, got very fit, played to 41. He couldn't play on the wing anymore because he had to run every single time, but ended up moving into the central midfield because he managed to do that because he looked after himself and played all the way up to 40. And when you think about Ryan Giggs wasn't just any player. Ryan Giggs used to run the length of the pitch, back and forth. He would go up to the defensive third, tackle a player, then run all the way up into the attacking third. He would do that multiple times a day. again, multiple times. And then he was playing up into his 40s at the end of the day. Absolute respect to Ryan Giggs. He's the most disciplined player, I would say, out of the players I've ever. And Roy Keane, in another sense, was very disciplined in regards to disciplining the players and keeping a level head and, and leading the team. He was disciplined in regards to that. So we had a very, very great team, in regards to professionalism and discipline. We did in the 90s. And you know what? We got to rekindle that. And this is where I bring in the fact that I want us to become scary again. Nowadays, the Manchester United name is not as scary as it used to be. In the olden days, I don't like to bring in the olden days, but in the old times, Man United used to win the game before the team used to come out onto the pitch because we were head and shoulders above them, and they knew it at the end of the day. Man United need to somehow recapture this fear factor that we used to have. We used to have a fear factor, whether it was Eric Cantona, whether it was Wayne Rooney, whether it was Ryan Giggs, whether it was Paul Scholes, whether it was Roy Keane. At the end of the day, we need to recapture that scary element about us that I feel like we've lost over the years. I feel like we've lost that scariness about us. I feel we've lost that element of fear, that edge that we used to have, and I feel like we need to try and get that back at the end of the day. Listen, at the end of the day, when I speak about Eric Cantona, for example, and what happened to him at Crystal Palace when he kicked that Crystal Palace fan, of course. Now, look, people may say that was wrong. He shouldn't have done that. The guy swore about his family, said something about his mum, and I commend him for sticking up for his family. At the end of the day, that's what a man should do. He should stick up for his family at the end of the day. So he gave the guy a karate kick in the head, of course. But at the end of the day, that also added the notion that we had that fear. You don't mess about with us. We look after each other. You don't mess about with us. And I want that back at Man United. Nowadays, it's all about, I've got a little scratch. I'm going to be off for 3 months because I got a little scratch. Remember that number 7 shirt. Remember Eric Cantona. Look who now is wearing that number 7 shirt. Look who's wearing that number 7 shirt. Mason Mount. Mason Mount, who couldn't run up the road without getting a thigh strain. That guy. Do you know what I mean? And we used to have Eric Cantona and David Beckham and Cristiano Ronaldo in that position. Nowadays, we've got Mason Mount, for crying out loud. Look at the difference and the contrast, guys. Absolutely. Chichi, please, Rabiot will be good still if the rumor of him slashing his salary. If he can do that, then bring him in. But at the end of the day, we cannot give him an astronomical contract at the end of the day, which is like longer than 2 years. I think 2 years is enough. We see how it goes and then we move on from there because we made that mistake before, of course, guys. Jim, Sal, or even a Manchester United theme song, Glory Go Man United, on my iPad, it gets me in my mood up. Absolutely. Don't forget, I did purchase the tape. Come on, you Reds. Come on, you Reds. Let's dig the ball and use your Reds. We're off to see United play. It's Man United. Here we go. Don't forget to buy that one as well, because that one, what about, one can move like the Red Tribe do? What about that as well? There's lots of classics in there. I remember in 1996, was it 1995 or 1994, Manchester United had a #1 hit in the English charts and they were top of the Premier League. We were conquering the world at one point, guys. Absolutely. Move was #1. No, Come On You Reds was #1 all around the UK, of course. Can you imagine you're sitting there as an Arsenal fan, as a City fan, as a Liverpool fan, and you have to not only cope with Man United being top of the English Football League, but you have to cope with them being top of the national charts, for goodness sake. It must have been awful. No wonder they hate us these days. Big up, Jim Watkins. Big up, everyone. Big up. Yes, Danny, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the stream. Big up yourself. Thank you so much, Darko. Absolutely. Jim. So D2, you could not put a better Sal. You cannot pull it better, Sal. We need that scary monster edge than when Manchester United is in town. Absolutely. And you know what? This scary edge. We're the Red Devils, for goodness sake. The Red Devils, for crying out loud. At the moment, we're the Red Ponies. At the moment, we play like the Red Ponies. We play like the Red Barney. That's who we're playing. I love you. You love me. We're a happy family, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? We're playing like that. We need to play more like the Red Devils. That is our nickname. That's where we get it from. That's where we originated from. That's how we should play. We should be scary. And Old Trafford as well. I'm not on that counting that out. Old Trafford needs to be scary as well, guys, in my opinion. I don't know how you feel about that, my friends. Rabiot will surely add good quality depth to our team and massively turn around even in the bench and the pitch too. Absolutely, Gloria. I absolutely agree. Would Rabiot accept being on the bench, though? One thing about our squad now, I would like to see our squad rotated a lot better. Of course, Mainu is our first team, number 8. Will Rabiot be happy with being second string? But at the end of the day, it is a squad game, as I said, and players need to be ready to step in when they can. And having a player like Rabiot can only do better for our squad, can only complement our squad. It's not going to harm our squad having a guy that experienced in our team. I don't believe all this hype about attitude and stuff like that. I don't, to be honest with you. I like a player with a little bit of edge. Maybe we need someone like that in the dressing room who has a little bit of edge, who can shake up these players somewhat. Big up yourself. Good evening, Deepfake. How you doing? Buonasera. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining me, Deepfake. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining me tonight. Thank you. 5 p.m. where I am, by the way. Guys, in case you're wondering why I said buonasera, it is obviously the afternoon in Europe, of course, guys. So, guys, yeah, at the end of the day, look, Rabiot, I mean, just do the deal. If you could do the deal, if you could strike a deal, then do it. At the end of the day, he's not got a football club. There's reasons he hasn't had a football club, of course. A number of reasons. He could have signed for, obviously, he could have went to Turkey. He almost went to, I think, Galatasaray, didn't he? He almost went to Galatasaray. He almost went there. So at the end of the day, guys, you know what? You know, bring him in. Bring it, roll it down, rolling down. Come on down. Rabiot, absolutely. Bring it down. It will do good for our squad and in regards to experience as well. Mason Mount is a flop and should wear the number 100. Absolutely. For, you know what, Mason Mount wearing the number 7, it didn't do him any favors. At the end of the day, he should not be wearing the number 7. The number 7 shirt is an iconic number for Manchester United, of course, George Best, of course. So at the end of the day, Steve Coppell, it is an iconic number. And to be honest with you, him taking that number 7 shirt, for me, in my opinion, was a little bit arrogant. I know he believes in himself, but I feel like that number 7 shirt should be reserved for someone who deserves it. Me, myself, I would have given it to Garnacho. I would have given it to him because he's the next big thing coming out of Manchester United in an attacking sense. Of course, the number 7 shirt does represent an attacker, as we know. Of course, I've had to buy that one. Absolutely. But I mean, I don't know if you can download it these days, guys, but I bought it on a cassette, a mini little cassette. I bought those songs. Those songs are absolutely incredible. Do you know what I mean? You know, I'm not going to lie. I listen to it in my headphones. Big up myself, listening to Man United in my headphones. Rabiot must agree in the Man United contract direction for him not to him debating if he can take a 2-year deal. I feel he's going to be dope. Absolutely, Gloria. If he can take something like that, that would be great. But will he take that? Will his ego allow him to do that? This is the whole thing with it. If he can take a 2-year deal, willing to be on the bench sometimes, not in his contract that he has to play 100% of the games. We're not hampering our youth players' development, of course. We need Mainu and we need Collier to get some time as well, because they are the future of Man United. And as Sir Alex Ferguson greatly said, he said, if you don't give youth a chance, they will stagnate and they'll drift away. So we have to give our youth a chance, of course, guys. We do, absolutely. Big up Marvelous MBA. Big up yourself. Good to see you here. Thank you so much for joining the stream, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe and smash a like on the video. Absolute legend. Thank you for joining me, Marvelous. Emba, is it Emba or MBA? I'm Hype Man Techno. I love Man United. Big up, Hype Man. Hope you're doing well, Hype Man Techno. Big up yourself. And thank you for joining the stream, my friend. Absolute legend you are. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Shah, who will win tomorrow? United or Southampton? Or what will happen if United lose? At the end of the day, look, anything can happen in football, Shah. At the end of the day, I'm saying Man United are going to win 2-0. I think we can win by more goals. It'd be lovely if we did win by more goals. But if Manchester United lose, that will bring a huge problem on Erik ten Hag. Because when we're thinking about Southampton, we're not thinking about Liverpool here. We're thinking about a team that can't score. We're thinking about a team that can't defend. So at the end of the day, in my opinion, we cannot lose to Southampton tomorrow. I mean, you cannot even think about losing to Southampton tomorrow. It'd be absolutely disgusting if we did. Chidi, Malasi is back. Malasi is not back. He's delayed in his rehabilitation. Of course, crazy. Shaw has been delayed as well another couple of weeks. As I said on the show a few days ago, Shaw and Erasmus will not play. And look, they're not playing as confirmed by Erik ten Hag, of course. Are we going to win this game? Marvelous and Techno, we are definitely going to win this game, my friend. Don't worry about it. I'm literally 99.9% sure we will win this game. We will take it to them and we will win this game, guys. I'm very confident. I hope they don't let me down, guys. Please, everyone, can you like, subscribe, and becoming a member to help Sal promote his channel? Much as absolutely, please support the channel by giving the super chats, by giving membership. That absolutely helps the channel a lot. It helps me to continue doing the 2 shows, Breaking Dawn and Chatterbox, during the day, of course, which is my only job, which is to talk to you guys about Manchester United, which I love, of course, and I want to continue doing it, guys. So please subscribe. Please become a member if you can, and drop any super chats as well if you can do that, and support the channel. Thank you so much, guys. Much love to you all. Absolutely. Jerma, good afternoon, boss. Good afternoon, Jerma. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Good on you, my friend. Good on you, Jerma. Thank you so much. Regulate Mainu and Rabiot, and with the manager getting results with this team selection, everyone will probably be happy without complaint from me. Absolutely, that I agree with that. If you can regulate them, if you can rotate them a little bit, bring in Rabiot one game, bring in Casemiro another game, bring in Maino another game, bring in Ugarte. Like, you can rotate that midfield, and that's what we've been missing over the last few years, isn't it? A strong midfield that has power in depth and numbers, of course. That's what we need. With legs as well, of course. Jim, one thing is seriously believe in humility and love. I see the way you interact. I take my hats off to you. You're amazing, brother. Thank you so much, Jim. Thank you. So are you, my friend. I will remember you when this channel grows. If this channel grows, God willing, it does. You know, I will always remember you guys, and Jim, you will be at the forefront, of course. Thank you so much for your support and your love, and your coming on this channel every single day. Really, really appreciate it, and the support that you give to all of us, not just me, of course, guys. Thank you so much, Jim. A normal Ten Hag match day is all I ask, without all the Ronaldo and Ten Hag. Exactly. Do you know what? When is there a normal day in Manchester United? There's never a normal day. At the end of the day, even when Man United are not playing, we got problems. We got problems. We got fabricated stories. We had stories about Rashford's mum. We had stories about Ronaldo and Ten Hag. For goodness sake. We had stories about Casemiro at the start of the week. When does it stop at the end of the day? What we need to do is drown out the noise and concentrate on Saturday. And if we can, use all the adversity, all the noise that has been occurring all week, and use it as fuel to beat Southampton on the pitch. That's what the most important thing to do is. Use it as power, use it as motivation on the pitch. Absolutely. What's the update about Rabiot? Rabiot could be signing for Manchester United, as we're talking about here, guys. If you scroll back on the channel, you'll see that I read out some quotes, and the reason why Rabiot will sign for Man United. I read out some reports in regards to why he could sign for Manchester United, and it's very interesting. Check it out, Ajama. Scroll back after the show. It's very, very interesting. You'll know why Man United do. Man United basically have an extra space in their squad for a Rabiot because of Garnacho and Rasmus' age, of course. Chichi, show Mount the door. Ain't going to do it United any good. That guy isn't improving. No disrespect. He can play well in Crystal Palace Fulham team. Absolutely. You know what? Before we signed Mason Mount, of course, I wasn't a fan of Mason Mount. I was not. Unfortunately, I was not. And I didn't think we should have signed him. I think it was a mistake. I mean, obviously, Ten Hag signed him with the view of that he can add something to the team. I just feel like he hasn't been the same player for the last 2 years, and I don't think we should have spent that amount of money on him. £20 million tops, it should have been, not 50 million. It was an absolute rip-off at the end of the day. Absolutely, Gloria. Thank you for your message. Even Ronaldo said bad about Ten Hag, makes rude this locked second option. Sniper man, I wouldn't listen to Ronaldo. At the end of the day, let me give you the story about Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo openly said when Sir Alex Ferguson was the manager of Manchester United that he's being kept prisoner at Man United all the way back then because he wanted to move to Real Madrid. And when all Sir Alex Ferguson wanted him to do was stay another season. He ended up saying that he's being kidnapped, he's a prisoner, blah, 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 you know, all this crap. And he done that under the greatest manager of all time, Sir Alex Ferguson. So I wouldn't pay much attention to what Cristiano Ronaldo says, whether some of it, what he says is true. It is true, some of it, in regards to our ambition. But at the same time, Cristiano Ronaldo only cares about Cristiano Ronaldo. He doesn't love Manchester United. Let me get that clear to you. He just affiliated with Manchester United. Yes, he will always be a Manchester United legend. The guy, listen to me clearly, he will always be a Manchester United legend. But let's not pretend that Cristiano Ronaldo is not all about Cristiano Ronaldo. At the end of the day, Erik ten Hag last season had to deal with one of the most ridiculous injury lists, one of the most ridiculous off-field issues that any manager has had to deal with in the history of English football. Yet what he had to do with off-field as well as on-field, as well as the media barrage against him, ex-pros, and some of the fan base was astronomical. For him to go and win an FA Cup, beating Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, the guy doesn't need criticism. The guy needs a statue, for crying out loud, for doing that. Because I've been supporting this club for near enough 40 years, and I've never seen a man fight like that and win a trophy. You know what I mean? And like that, guys. Sniper Shah, if Man United lose, Sal will be bored like Ten Hag. Absolutely, we'll be bored. Pretty bored, though. I'll be bored. I know you're looking forward to that, Sniper Man. I know that's your thing. Absolutely. Mainly deserves some well-deserved rest. Absolutely. It'd be great to bring in Rabiot, of course. I would like to see him given a rest as well. You've got to play my video, boss. And you need to remove the audio, Ijoma. Remove the audio because I cannot play the audio on the video because it is a copyright video. On YouTube, it works for copyright. So if I play your video, the music on the video over the video is fantastic. It's just the music on it. I cannot play it because at the end of the day, it is a copyrighted music. But I would want to play your Ijoma. I want to play it. I've got it on there saved. I want to play it. And you just need to have it with the normal audio. If you can do that, that'd be great, my friend. Thank you so much, Ijoma. Thank you, my friend. I told you about that before. Good afternoon, Sal. Big up, Kazi. How you doing, my friend? How you doing, bro? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you for joining the stream. Again, you legends. Ronaldo was 90% right, but I don't get why Ferdinand didn't say anything. Ferdinand's a puppet at the end of the day. If you know what Rio Ferdinand, the sort of people Rio Ferdinand hangs himself with, affiliates himself with, you know what Rio Ferdinand is all about. Don't get me wrong, Rio Ferdinand is a legend as a Manchester United as well. Great defender, one of the greatest defenders of all time. But let's not pretend that Rio Ferdinand is not a complete prat sometimes. His opinions do not mean much at the end of the day when it comes to it. And just because they were ex-pros doesn't mean that their opinions are gospel at the end of the day. Rio Ferdinand was talking about Qatar not long ago, saying it's already done when it wasn't. Rio Ferdinand hangs around open bigots, you know, that we have openly said that they are bigots and they're ignorant and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, look, you know, as much as people respect Rio Ferdinand as a footballer, as I do, as a footballer, but as a person, I'm not entirely sure about that, if I'm being totally honest with you guys. And I'll say it as it is. I don't sugarcoat things, of course. For you, and I like first fist pump. Smash the like button if you are. What's good for if you know what's good for you. You better subscribe. Help grow Sal Warner's channel. Thank you so much, Jim Watkins. Keep spreading the word around Aussie land as well, around Brisbane if you can, Jim. You absolute legend. Much love to you, my guy. Thank you so much, my friend. Sniper Man. Interview was something else, but his video said something else. At the end of the day, look, you know, I haven't seen the actual full interview, the video and stuff like that. You know, I haven't seen it, but you know, it's a bunch of about two ex-pros just absolutely, you know, just digging in when they don't need to dig at the end of the day. Do you know what I really hope, which was silence everyone, and this is my message to Erik ten Hag. Do you know what was silence everyone? Winning on the pitch. Win on the pitch, no one will say a thing. No one can say anything about you. Although you have won 2 trophies in 2 years, which is the first manager to do that, you know, just win, keep winning on the pitch and just keep proving everyone wrong. So do you think Ronaldo Jr. will be a good academy play for us after Raquel Rooney? I don't know. I'm not too sure about, you know what I would say, and I'm going to say this very, very clearly, guys, in regards to footballers these days and young footballers, right? The great thing about young footballers is that, you know, footballers who came from adversity, footballers who came from the street. This is generally where you find great footballers, not footballers who've been pampered their whole life with their dad earning 500,000 a week, right? They lose that edge. They lose that edge. And that is in any sporting environment. Yes, Ronaldo Jr. has every single facility available to him to become a great footballer. But what he doesn't have is the hustle that some footballers had to put up with. I'm talking about back in the day when you had Paul Scholes, when you had David Beckham, who are street footballers, you know, on the streets of Hackney. You know, Beckham was playing at Hackney Marshes. Do you know what I mean? Players like proper footballers who have been brought up from the street. Eric Cantona was raised from the street. Zidane was raised from the street. Ronaldinho, Rivaldo. You know what I mean? These players are raised from the street. Lionel Messi, Maradona, raised from the street. Nowadays, it's all about, oh, they're pampered and they get a priority treatment against anyone else because their dad is him or their dad is him. I don't agree with that, to be honest with you, because they lack that edge. They lack that edge that we need, in my opinion, Sniper Man. Jim, I disagree with you, Sal. I believe Ronaldo still loves United to a degree. I do believe he has got an ego and some thought. I agree with you on that. I think that the reason he stepped on Alex Ferguson, so you know what, I have to question whether he loves Man United. He did say that, you know, he's been held prisoner. How can you be held prisoner at the place you love at the end of the day, Jim? If you love something, how can you be held prisoner? If you love your wife, if you love your husband, whoever it is, you know, how can you be held prisoner in your own house? If you know what I mean. You know what I mean, Jim? It just doesn't make sense for me, you know, if you love someone, of course. Jim Watkins, absolutely. I think he's affiliated with the club and he's got nostalgia in regards to the club, in regards to that. Sorry, but I lost complete respect for Ronaldo after that shocking way he instigated his departure and going at the interview with Piers Morgan. We'll never forgive him for that. Do you know what? I can forgive everything, but the Piers Morgan interview was the one that I find hard to forgive. Piers Morgan is a stirrer. He's not a nice person. He's not a United fan. He openly dislikes Man United. He wishes Man United lose. He hates Erik ten Hag. He doesn't like any of our players. He supports Arsenal. Let's not forget that he was a big advocate for Arteta back in the day. He was crying for Arteta to be sat because they mistreated his friend Aubameyang. Agbumba Clark Yang, whatever his name is at the end of the day. He mistreated his friend, so he went against Arteta. If it was down to Piers Morgan, Arteta would have been sacked, and obviously Arsenal would probably have Tony Adams as their manager in the mid-table, of course, guys. So what do you think is Ten Hag's height? Garnacho's 5'11" and Tanner was taller than him. I think he's about 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", I think. I'm not too sure. I've got to look that up. I don't really know that, my friend. I don't know that at the end of the day. But Ronaldo Jr. might have a better career in free kick than Ronaldo himself in showing Ronaldo. Let's see it and see. Sniper Man, I wish him the best of luck. I hope he does come to Man United if he has that talent. If he has the talent, I do hope he does come to Man United, of course. True, you are right. So are you, Jim. Jim, I can't question you, my friend. No way. This is just about, you know what, at the end of the day, you know what, everyone's got an ego at the end of the day, and especially these footballers who've got all this money and stuff. It's hard not to have an ego, isn't it? Especially if he scored 902 goals or whatever he scored, of course. My network wasn't that good enough. That's okay, Jim. Just send it to me like with no sound, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to get around to it, but I just can't seem to upload it on my thing because it's saying it's an MP4 and I'm trying to upload it as well. There's a couple of things there. If you can make it into a movie file, that'd be great. I know it's not easy for you, but I'm going to promote it, mate. I'll play it a few times. If you can get it to me, that would be great because I do like it. It's very good. Love your style of play, my friend. Check out Ijeoma, by the way. Big up. Also, Sniper Man, also some of the players that may have been from a good family financially, having good luck in Mbappe and Garnacho, etc. Yeah, but you know what I mean. I'm a street guy. You know what I mean. I prefer footballers who were raised in a hard way. I wouldn't put it past academies to move these players. Sometimes maybe send these players off for real work, 12 hours a day. At the end of the day, I think they should do that as a part of their training. I really do. I think they should do that because right now it's difficult to rate these players if they haven't got that edge. I do believe they need that edge, guys. I think, in my opinion. You didn't play my video. Yeah, I just read that. Sorry, Jerma. Mid-table man them, absolutely mid-table man them. There would be. Without Arteta, Arsenal would be. I love when Mark Goldbridge rants about, says that Arteta out, makes me like, Arteta out. That's what Piers Morgan was doing. That's what they were all doing. Get him out. That's what they were doing. You know what I mean? Yeah, big up Mark Goldbridge, by the way. Big up yourself. Thank you so much. Sal, you've forgotten Ten Hag is Dutch. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, he's Dutch. What's the point in that? Sniper Man? That he's Dutch. Yeah, he is Dutch. Yeah, that is. I'm aware that he's Dutch. Yeah. I want Man United to consider Ronaldo as a coach after he retires in 2026. You never know; he can become a coach. Who knows? I don't know. I think he's going to become more of a social media guy myself. I think now, looking at his social media and platform, he's got more followers now than Taylor Swift in less than a month. Goodness me, that guy. When you've got hype, that is hype. Goodness me. Do you want me to resend you the video? I want the video resent, my friend, without audio. Maybe if you can have the normal audio on it, that would be great, and I can play it. Of course, as long as it's not an MP4, can you make it a movie file, something like that? Just type in Google, they'll tell you how to do that, guy, and I can play it for you, of course. Dutch people are usually tall. Absolutely. Dutch people are usually tall. Well, not all of them. Mark Overmars was about 5'5", wasn't he? There are small Dutch players as well. Let's not forget that. They're not all tall people. Big up, big up. Mark Overmars, baller at the end of the day. Absolute fantastic player that was Mark Overmars. Because he's double Dutch, absolutely double Dutch ice cream. Let's not forget about the double Dutch ice cream. It's one of the greatest ice creams ever. Has marshmallow in it. Let's not forget it has marshmallow in it. So at the end of the day, Man United need to stop playing like marshmallows and start playing like a proper rock hard, old school 1997 ice cream bucket. That is one where you have to dig the spoon in it. At the moment, we're playing like marshmallows at the end of the day. And goodness me, where this conversation gone to? I don't know, guys. But at the end of the day, Man United have to be less soft and we have to be more scary. More scary. Absolutely. And that's what I would say. Because nowadays, we're not scary, in my opinion. We're definitely not scary enough. I feel like we've lost that edge. And I feel like we need to get that back. My friends. Sal, do you think Ronaldo would come to United and become a manager and work under the Glazers in here? So I'm not sure he will come. I mean, he might come, but he definitely won't last. That's what I would say, Jim. He definitely won't last very long, in my opinion. He probably will leave after a couple of weeks, if I'm being honest. So, to be honest, I don't understand the hype around OJ Gomez. I've never seen him play prime. At the end of the day, look, Angel Gomez, there's rumors about him coming back as a player on a free transfer next season. Myself, I'll be totally honest with you, Sniper Man, and this is just my opinion. You guys can have a different opinion. I've never believed in bringing people back. I don't think we should concentrate on Gomez. I think we should bring in Edison. We should concentrate on bring in players like Edison, the next big thing, if you know what I mean. If we bring in Gomez, if we could do a nice deal with him, then bring him in on a free transfer. Yeah, but we need to concentrate on bringing in a great midfielder. Of course, we're going to have Eriksen. We're going to have Casemiro leaving at least. So at the end of the day, look, we do need to bring in another quality, proven midfielder in there. And for me, Edison is that guy. I believe Edison is a fantastic midfielder, of course. Coffee with soggy jammy Dodgers, bruv. Absolutely soggy jammy Dodgers. You know the score about the jammy Dodgers. The great thing about jammy Dodgers is they look like they won't go soggy, but they go soggy in the cup of tea. So you soggy biscuits out there in the comment, it's all about the soggy biscuits. The soggy biscuits in the comment. The soggy biscuits are the people who write horrible comments on my stream. So they're called the soggy biscuits. So soggy biscuit of the week. You do not want to become the soggy biscuit of the week, in my opinion. If you know what I mean, guys. If you know, you know. Absolutely. He would only come if Ten Hag's going to rest. It's optional. At the end of the day, look, Angel Gomez is a fantastic player. And you can stream back to my old videos. I'm talking about 2020, guys, when I was talking about Angel Gomez. And I was saying, do you know what? That guy is going to be an England international. And you know what happened to me? I was laughed at. And what happened this week? He's an England international. For goodness sake, he went round the long way. I do feel that he deserved the chance. When Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was there, he did deserve a chance. We were playing bad football. We should have gave him a chance. But he has gone round the long way. But fair play to Angel Gomez. He's proven himself, of course, and become a full international. And you know what? Second, is at the end of the day, I'm contrasted on this. I think like bringing him back, I won't be so disappointed, but I do want us to concentrate on the next big thing. My opinion is Edison, if I'm being honest with you guys. If I'm being totally honest with you guys. Now, I meant Ronaldo will come to United as coach if Ten Hag gone. His rest is optional. Ronaldo coming as a coach, I'm not too sure, mate. I think he's going to concentrate on social media for a while, if I'm being honest. I think Ronaldo, who's already got millions and millions and millions of followers on his YouTube channel, probably be concentrating on that. He'll probably make a Netflix series again. I know his wife has one already, the Gucci woman. She has one as well. But at the end of the day, I think he'll be concentrating on social media and becoming a celebrity. That's what I think. I won't be surprised if you see Cristiano Ronaldo in a blockbuster movie very, very soon, guys. Very, very, very soon, guys. At the end of the day. When I used to sit at Ronaldo, I've seen Ronaldo close up. I've witnessed him since he was a kid all the way up until his elderly. I've seen him make his debut. I've been at the football stadium when he was at his peak. I've seen players begging Ronaldo to stop running at them. Roma, for example, and stuff. I've been there. He's a fantastic player, one of the legends of the game. But I think he's going to retire, and I think he will become an actor. I think he will do something big in Netflix and stuff like that. I think that's where his destination is. As a manager, I don't think he has the patience, because Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the most ambitious people in the world. You will not find a person like Cristiano Ronaldo in regards to ambition. That guy wants the best at all times. And to be honest with you, you know what? I think the players these days will struggle to keep up with Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo is in 40 and, will be going to the next World Cup. That's crazy, isn't it, when you think about it, guys? Absolutely. Sal, do you think Man United women should sign Lehman? If they do, I will watch every game. Sal, do you think that Man United win? Absolutely, they should. At the end of the day, the Manchester United women's team are developing as well. I'm good to see that Manchester United women are coming up. You know, at the end of the day, we were one of the last football clubs to have a women's team, and I'm absolutely proud of the women's team as well, that they're winning trophies, that they're doing well. Unfortunately, we've lost a couple of good players, of course, over the last year or so. But at the end of the day, in regards to the women's team are doing very well. And I'm proud of the women's team because, you know, we didn't have a women's team for a very, very long time, you know, and that was due to the Glazers' ownership, the way the Glazers run the football club. But the way they've gone leaps and bounds and done very, very well is fantastic. And it's good for the football club at the end of the day. Of course, I know what you mean. Of course, Alicia Lehman, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Best of luck. I wouldn't mind, you know, I'll just want Man United. Do you know what success does around the football club? Every single part of the football club is part of the football club at the end of the day, whether it is the cleaner, whether it is the cook, whether it is the guy who works in the mega store, whether it is the women's team, whether it is the men's team. It is all about a family atmosphere and an atmosphere of winning. And the winning is a collective. It's not just one thing. It is a collective. And that's what we need to bring in, of course, guys. So Rabiot is joining. It looks like that. I got this feeling, Almac, that it looks like he might be coming to Man United. I'm about 50-50 at the moment in regards to that because of the stipulation that I said earlier in the show that he could be coming, guys. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Sniper, I did not know that. Big up, Jim. Jim, I wouldn't have sold Greenwood in the first place. We've had mistakes and everyone should be given a second chance. Let he who have not sinned cast the first stone. Grayo, you make a very good point. Unfortunately, we have very, very self-righteous people in this world, people who apparently do no wrong at the end of the day. You know what? I would love to put a camera on these guys 24/7. Let's see how perfect they are at the end of the day. At the end of the day, Mason Greenwood is a kid. But one thing I would say, Grayo, if we brought him back to the football club, he would get a lot of abuse. And it's not like the Beckham days, because at the end of the day, back then, there was no social media. These days, there is social media. And to be honest with you, it would affect the lad. He's only a kid at the end of the day when you think about it. If we brought him back to Man United, he will be getting the abuse. He'll be getting on social media, on the ground. You know what? I wish the guy the best of luck in his future endeavors, and hopefully improves as a human being and he succeeds in all his dreams. At the end of the day, England are going to miss out on a generational talent at the end of the day. And so are Man United. It's just unfortunate. It was Greenwood, you know what I mean? And we're going to, you know, we lost a fantastic young player who came from our academy, of course. But at the end of the day, you know, we have to think about the player. And by that means like understanding that we don't want to put the player under pressure. We don't want to put the player under depression and mental illness and stuff like that, of course, guys. Absolutely not, guys. What a show. Brilliant show. It's flown by, guys. You guys, absolute legends. Thank you for joining me, guys. Please don't just subscribe. Please get your people to subscribe. Keep subscribing. It's very important that we move the subscribers up. That is the most important thing in regards to the stream, that we move the numbers up and we keep the numbers building. We're building, obviously, Breaking Dawn and Chatterbox are my only two shows, of course. And it'd be great if you guys could keep spreading the word to all the other fan channels and stuff like that. And let's get it moving, guys. Absolutely. That'd be brilliant if you guys could do that for me. Big up everyone in the place. Big up yourself. We have a buyback clause on Greenwood, but the player would have to agree to come back. Absolutely. Would he want to come back at the end of the day? Absolutely. Sal, you're right, my friend. That is sad, but this is the world we live in. Respect, bro. Absolutely, grow. At the end of the day, you know what? We are human beings at the end of the day, full of all these intricacies and energy. At the end of the day, we all make mistakes. We do. At the end of the day, we've got people in prison for life for a split-second mistake at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you know what? It's just the way it is at the end of the day. C'est la vie. At the end of the day, it's the way life is, and we are human beings. We're weak at the end of the day, as we say, you know, and we make mistakes as we're growing older. We were not given a manual when we were kids. We were born deaf, blind, of course, and without any knowledge and language, of course. So at the end of the day, it's not nobody's fault. You know, it's just humanity at the end. In Wood, not have sold him either. No one really knows the truth, but I agree with you, Gray. Absolutely. Gray is a man of wise words. So who will win a fight? Henry or Kate Abdo's boyfriend? Henry or Abdo, Kate Abdo's boyfriend? Henry, mate. Henry. Absolutely Henry. Who's Kate Abdo's boyfriend? I don't know who Kate Abdo's boyfriend is. I know he's German. Is he German or something like that? I'm not sure. But at the end of the day, that's a man, of course. But I'm not, you know what? Good luck to them. Why? Because what? He embarrassed Kate Abdo or something like that? I don't know. Goodness me. I'm not too sure about that. But Sniper Man, thank you so much. You are a legend. Good to see Sniper Man back. Of course, one of the originals in the chat. Absolute legend. Of course, Ichioma, if you're still here, please don't forget to send me the video again with different, no music. No music, my friend. No music because I can't play it. I want to support you, my guy. I like supporting people. I like supporting new and the people on the upcome, of course. And I want to see you make it, my friend. I want to see you make it. And I'm sure you will, my friend. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a fantastic show. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to smash a like. And don't forget to join the membership, guys. That is very, very important. Big up yourselves. And guys, I shall see you tomorrow for Breaking Dawn. If nothing else breaks, of course, we've got the Rabiot news coming up. I'll bring you more information regards that tomorrow. Guys, thank you so much. All the best. Have a fantastic Friday evening, guys. Peace.